I had breast surgery originally 5 years ago, and I had a lumpectomy and total clearance of my right lymph nodes. And so I've been taking good care of that side ever since. But I had another surgery this year, which was another primary on the other side. So I've had mastectomy this summer, and I actually elected to only have a sentinel node operation. However, my surgeon used his common sense and took 10 lymph nodes, which actually turned out to be good because it had actually spread. So I have actually had surgery on both sides now, and so run the risk of lymphedema in both arms. I think the exercises are interesting because obviously those are things you can do to help yourself, and they seem quite straightforward and simple to do, so that's good. I think it's very important to take control yourself as far as you can. I think it's very important to feel that you have a sense that you can do something to help yourself.
The first time was actually when I had it. I can't recollect really hearing about it before then. And my reaction was total devastation, actually. I think it was probably worse than the doctor saying that I had cancer, because at least, you can cure cancer in some cases, but lymphedema is, once it's at a certain stage, you have it for life. And I found that pretty daunting. I had CDT treatment, which is manual lymphatic drainage and bandaging, and that did help quite a bit. And I had it on 2 or 3 different occasions. So, and I was told that I should exercise, which I did very happily because I do like exercising, and at least that was one area that I could continue. Well, it's like brushing your teeth, really. It's part of my routine, and when you see the results that you get, then it does encourage you to really do it on a daily basis, and I quite enjoy it, but mainly because I do see a difference. I think if they have any sort of heaviness, throbbing, a different feeling to their other arm, immediately go to their doctor, and because there is a stage where it is reversible and one can sort of do something about it. So I think it is important to give them the symptoms. There is so much one can do to help oneself, and take control, I think, is really important. And maybe explain, because I don't think people really know too much about lymphedema. It's a very it's a condition that really not a lot, even doctors don't know too much about. So I think the more informed they are, the better. And then if they do get it, just tell them the things that they can do to help it and prevent it from getting to a stage where it really is a huge problem.
I first heard about it when my surgeon told me I needed to have my lymph nodes removed, and he said that there was a possible side effect which could be lymphedema, which, and he explained, took the form of swelling in the arm. He didn't actually mention that the breast could swell. And I was a bit scared about that. He said it could happen immediately after the operation or subsequently at any time in my life after that. My breast began to swell during the radiotherapy, and when the radiotherapy finished, it kept swelling and swelling and swelling until it was really enormous and very painful. I couldn't run for a bus. If I was walking down the street, I sort of went like this to protect it, just in case anybody nudged into me. And I asked my surgeon what could be done, and he said, well, if I could find anybody to give me lymphedema treatment, that might help, but sadly there are very few of those people around. It's very hard to find, and that was that. And then about 6 months later, I found treatment, which was very, very successful, and it reduced me down to almost equal boobs. I have to admit, it's 5 years on, and I don't do them every day, but I still do them, and just occasionally I feel that things are getting a bit bigger again, and I'm absolutely assiduous about the exercises. I mean, there's only one person who can help me, and that's myself. And I'm given the tools to help myself. So it would be churlish not to use them. And because I've been through the discomfort of it, I just think it's very important that other people know about these tools before the situation arises, because I know it can be prevented and certainly ameliorated if there's something there.
People began to mention this thing, lymphoedema. I think it was a friend of my sister's who had had breast cancer, and she was saying, "Oh, don't let anybody stick any needles in your arm and stuff like that." And I was like, okay, well, there's something else now that I've got to think about. So, yeah, I've done a little bit of research, and I've read the sort of general advice that's out there, you know, which seems to be a mixture of exercises and don't do X, Y, and Z. So, but, you know, I was really looking forward to coming here today to you know, get a much lengthier exploration of it. What I most felt from it was that you just got to make the decisions for yourself, what the risks are, and make the decisions for you about how you're going to live with that risk and what you are and what you aren't going to do and how it's going to affect your life.